Hi, welcome everybody to this second episode of Unleash Your Best. I am Felicia Lorman and I'm joining you today from my home state of Louisiana, from my sister's lovely home right outside of Shreveport. And y'all, it is a beautiful day. It's the first time that I have seen and felt the sun in 2 weeks. I am so glad that I could bring a little bit of this outdoor element into our video today. I will normally do these videos live, but since I am out of town and a little bit off of my routine, I did pre-record today's episode, but that does not mean that I don't want to see your comments below, so please comment below. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what you think of today's episode. And of course, if you have any questions, I will definitely get back to you on those as well. So before I forget, I would also ask that you check out my website, FeliciaLormand.com, and also give me a like on my Facebook page, Felicia Lormand Unleash Your Best. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? Today we are going to talk about the fact that success is limitless. Now, when I say this, I'm not referring to the levels of success that we can achieve. Although I think that that is also limitless, but I'm referring to the supply of success that's available to you, me, and everyone else in the world today. Success is not a finite supply. Now, this deals with the universal law of abundance, which I'm not going to delve into in detail today, but it is important to understand, and it's hard to understand, because it defies the physics that we're accustomed to. So for example, if I gave you 5 objects and someone came along and took 3 of those objects, and someone else came along and took 2 more of those objects, you would be left with nothing. And you'd also be left with the understanding that some others taking from you has left you with nothing. Now that's true on a micro physical level. But if we think in a more bigger picture, in terms of a bigger picture and a more universal perspective, we will realize that there is an abundance available, an abundance that is provided to us. Success, love, compassion, praise, all of these things are things that are in infinite supply. And I think that the belief that they're not really stems from, first, our focus on our physical world at that micro level, but also because of our own insecurity. So I'm going to talk through a couple examples of how I've seen this misbelief manifest itself in my world lately, and I want you to think about insecurity while I'm talking about that. So the first way that I've seen this manifest itself lately is one in a way that's very easily observed in the workplace. There is this unrealistic pretense that giving credit and praise to others will somehow diminish or take away from your own good works. And I've seen this acted out in a couple of ways. One is in a really obvious way where someone takes someone else's work, presents it as their own, and makes no mention of the other person who did the work or the contributor. And the other way that I've seen this acted out is a little more subtle, but not so subtle that it goes unnoticed, is the person who uses the proverbial we when there was no we. So they may present the work and say, well, the thing that we thought of when we were putting this together, or the way that we approached this exercise, or the way that we formatted this deliverable for you. And if there really was no we, then the person who really did all of the work is thinking, what's this we? There was no we. What is this person talking about? And y'all, this situation is really sad for a couple of reasons. It's sad, first off, because that person who did all of that work, the next time they're asked to do something, they are now going to do the bare minimum. Because when you took their credit, you took their vested interest as well. They knew they're not going to get credit for it anyway, so why go above and beyond? And it also breaks down their spirit and their morale about being there. But I think the saddest part of this scenario is that it really exposes the insecurity on the person's part that is taking the credit and praise and not giving it where it's due. Because they are suffering from an insecurity that if they think they give praise and credit to the person who it's due, that it is somehow going to take away or diminish their own good works and accomplishments. Success, good work, all of these things are limitless. Limitless. The universe is going to provide an abundance of these things. So I say, build each other up. Give each other credit and praise. I think about when I had my daughter, and I loved her so much. And as that first year went on and I had so much bonding experience with her, I just remember thinking, wow, I have given all my love to this child. And then when I found out that I was having twin boys, I remember being in the final trimester and having this thought at one point, this fear almost of like, how am I going to love these babies? I'm not going to have enough love for them because I've already given all of my love to my little girl. And of course it goes without saying that when those babies were born, my love expanded, y'all. And I had plenty of love for those babies and my little girl. And I feel like my love continues to expand for those children and my husband every day. Because this love is infinite. And success is the same way. So we cannot be afraid to build each other up. Andy Frisella said that insecurity is at the root of every bad decision that we make. And I've thought about this, and I cannot think of a situation that this is not true or does not apply. Insecurity is a poison, and it is literally at the root of every bad decision we make. I want you guys to think about that. Now, the second way that I've seen this pretense affect us is in this belief that people have when you're talking about hopes or dreams or a business endeavor someone might be interested in. There's this misconception or this false belief of, well, I would love to do that, but there are already so many people doing that. I'd love to have a blog, but there are already so many bloggers out there. I'd love to be a photographer, but there are already so many wedding photographers and photographers out there. I'd love to have an online shop, but there are so many online stores already. There's not room for me. Again, this thought that success is somehow a finite supply. Again, Andy Frisella, the MF CEO that I told you about in the podcast last week, he has made multiple millions on fitness supplements and protein powders. There are 1 million fitness supplements and protein powders out there. He did not worry about that. He found a way to offer something a little bit better, a little more unique, and he knew that there was enough room for him. There was enough room for his success, and because there's a limitless supply of success in the world. There are 1 million people doing live videos right now. That doesn't mean I don't have something to offer. There are 1 million motivational speakers, 1 million real estate agents, 1 million online stores, and there is room for more. So my challenge to you guys today is to go away today understanding that what is God for me, maybe for you it is a different higher power or the universe, but understand that you will be provided with an endless supply of what you need. Give praise, give credit, give love, give success to others. It will not take away from you. There's always enough for you. You take the steps towards success, and success will be there waiting for you. So drop some comments for me below and let me know what you thought about today's episode. Check me out at FeliciaLorman.com and give me a like on my page, Felicia Lorman, Unleash Your Best. And go out there today, guys, and unleash your best.